Our next panelist is actually Mahe Vakauta, and so please welcome me in welcoming him.
Hi, my name is Mahe Vakauta. I'm an immigrant from Tonga, and actually, like Tongan people, we really love to eat, and I didn't eat lunch yet, and like I just saw that there was haupia back there, so I'm like, oh man. But anyway, yeah. Sorry. Me and my family moved here in '92 when I was 5, and I grew up on the Big Island. I just grew up like everybody else. I really didn't know what it meant to be an illegal immigrant, or now the term now is undocumented, which is much better. I didn't know what it meant to be undocumented, so I grew up here in the States with everybody else. Went to middle school and went to high school. Then after high school, kind of like how Brother Sam was sharing, like, tried to get my driver's license, and then I was asking my mom, like, oh, can I get my ID so I can get my driver's license? And she was like, you don't have ID. And I was like, oh, okay. And well, what do I have? She says, you don't have anything. So that's when we really sat down. She talked to me. She said, you know, you don't have status here. But the good thing is, your father and I, we just got approved for our status, so we're filing all the paperwork to get our residency here. And that was pretty good for me, because I realized that, oh, okay, once this is all I'll be good. And that was when I was 18. The process took a really long time because, like Gabriella shared, our immigration system, it's pretty broken. It took 3 years of sending papers to immigration, getting them back, realizing that the check amount was too much, or realizing that we had to file a different form. And so from when I was 18 until I was 21, we kept filing for my residency here through my parents. And then finally, when I turned 21, we got an approval letter in the mail saying, oh, okay, you're approved, you just have to come in for your interview, and then everything will be good. So then I just remember going with my parents. We're going in for our interview, and then the guy who was there said, yeah, your parents will get their green cards, and you'll get yours shortly after. A few months later, my parents got their green cards, and then I didn't get mine. And then about like a month later, I didn't get my green card. Instead of getting my green card, I got a letter in the mail saying, you have to report to court because you're in deportation procedures. Ouch. Not gonna lie, that was pretty hard for me. Like, kind of felt like my world was like falling apart. And like, just when I looked at my mom, like my mom was a mess. she was a real mess, and I was like, kind of looking for her for support. And then, yeah, I had to realize that I had to like grow up and not be a kid anymore. So just sitting in court, I just remember the first time the judge was like, my mom was like, oh, can I sit by my son, please? And then the judge was like, no, he's a grown man. I was like, oh, this lady. But anyway, you know, I went to court for about 4 years, from about 2008 till about 2012, just going to court on like a 3-month basis, like showing up to court, having the judge postpone my case because there's nothing that she could do. And then really it was just the judge just postponing my case until legislation would come into action, or if I get married, or just something. She just kept postponing. And then what eventually happened was DACA, President Obama, it passed, or he didn't pass anything, he issued DACA, which is, what does DACA stand for? Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. That's what really saved me from getting deported. That was back in 2012, and then ever since I got DACA, I haven't been back in court, which is a good thing. And I actually, ever since then, like, I've been just working really hard. One of the things I'm really passionate about is music, and I got hired as a music director at this church that I'm at, and then because of DACA, like, I'm able to do that. It's really stressful, but it's something I really love, and I know that my life has changed a lot ever since I'm getting DACA. From just going to court to now just worrying about making car payments. I mean, those are two different extremes. And I'm just really thankful for just being able to have having DACA. And I know, like in our Tongan community, like immigration status, that's something you really don't talk about. Especially since Tongans, like, we really love going to church. So we really don't like putting our business out there. But I know, yeah, I'm just hoping that someone here, or if you know someone that's going through the same things that I'm going through with their immigration status, you could just give them a word of encouragement, or just point them to, to apply for DACA or DAPA, because there's relief, and it's a good thing. Thank you.